make your bread dough, and then you want to freeze it so you can have it at a later time. And you can freeze it for about 30 days, and then after that it's not so good. But do your first rising. Then when you're getting ready to do your next rising, you make it out into your rolls, or you're making out into your cinnamon rolls, and then freeze it right then.
Okay, before you do the second rising.
Yes.
Okay.
And then when you unthaw it, you just put it out, and it'll take about 4 hours to unthaw and raise.
Okay.
Or unless it's a really warm day. But you need to allow 4 to 5 hours for it to unthaw.
Okay.
The other thing you can do is, if you want to make them like just a few days ahead, like a week, then you can make it, partially bake it. And don't, like the rolls and the cinnamon rolls both take about 25 minutes to bake, so only bake them 15. And then freeze them.
Oh.
Then unthaw them and finish baking them off when you're the day you want to have them.
Okay.
You can do them that way too.
Right.
The third way, and it's the least tasty, is to just bake them off and then freeze them.
And then thaw them, but then they don't.
Thaw them, but they're not as good. They're better if you actually bake them the same day that you're going to serve them. But you can choose to bake them the whole way by freezing them, like I told you the first time, before they raise the second time.
Okay.
And then just let them, because they will raise after you. Or the other thing you can do, I've done this before too, is I needed to make them early the day before, but I wanted them really fresh baked, so you let it rise in the refrigerator.
Oh, they'll rise in the refrigerator?
Yeah, they'll rise in the refrigerator, so you can put them in the refrigerator for your first rising. Well, it'll take 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah.
And then you pull it out and punch it down and make your rolls and your cinnamon rolls. And then, again, depending on how much time you need, you either stick it back in the refrigerator or you let it sit out on the counter.
Okay. Now, I remember, too, Mom, lots of times she would cover her cinnamon rolls with like a kitchen towel and then sometimes set it on like the heat register to help it rise because she was wanting to get it faster. Yeah.
When you're in a hurry, you're doing bread the same day.
Okay.
Okay, and you want it to take 2 hours or less to rise, heat your oven to the lowest setting that you've got, and then put it in there to rise, and then turn it off. You just heat it up and then turn it off.
Okay.
And then you put your bread in there because you don't want hot oven at all. But it'll rise in an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes, sometimes 2 hours if you've got old yeast. But I've never had it raise in less than 2 hours. I mean, it's always been less than 2 hours.
Okay. And so
for your first rising.
Like today, it's a hot, humid day and the air conditioner's on, so if you just leave it on the countertop, it'll rise in about 2 hours, you think? Okay.
Well, it needs dark and it needs warm.
Okay.
So what you can, like it works great on a humid day. Like if I put it in the dark, if I had like a dark cardboard box and put it outside, it'll rise just like in an oven.
Okay. And that's probably why Mom put the towel over it to make it dark.
Yes, but also it makes it moist because Mom and your mom always wet the dish towel.
Oh, wet the dish towel.
You wet the dish towel and put it over that.
Oh, okay.
Now, the modern way is to put wax paper over it, but I don't do that. I wet the paper towel, and not paper towel, dish, cloth towel. You wet that and you put that over the bread, and then you got the moisture and you got the dark.
Okay. All right.
And warm. You need moisture, dark, and warm to make that yeast really work.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that'll help.